Hi everybody, I am Jason Salazar. I am creator of The Uploaders, and I'm joined by...
Jeanette Penley, and I play Catherine in The Uploaders.
Yes, and this is episode XIX. And here we are in the shrink's office, which was actually just someone's front room. Actually, it's Valerie, the brunette, sitting there, her front room, which I think passed pretty well for a psychiatrist's office. We tried to hide the rest of the house.
I know, it was a small little area that you wouldn't think was a room, but it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was just kind of like up on a step, and then the bookcase. I'm like, yeah, I would buy this as a shrink's office. And that is of course, this is Kyle, friend Kyle, and then
and this is Megan, who happens to be my sister in real life. Sister.
Yes. Can kind of see the resemblance.
Yeah.
She was great. You know, you asked her to come on board because I'm like, hey, do you know anyone?
Yeah.
Because I'd run out of, like, do you know any chicks who'll come and say terrible lines because I have no more friends left. And she was fantastic. So
the worst part of this episode to film with my sister was keeping a straight face. Like, there was so many times where she and I would be acting with each other and we would just break constantly. It's the worst acting with somebody that you care about because they know all your tells.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about any of you. So
no.
I'm sorry.
No, but she and I would look at each other and she would just start to quirk her little lip up a little bit, and I'm like, God damn it!
I do remember there being a few moments, where you guys made each other break. But I mean, it was just so adorable because it was sisters.
It was sisters.
So but no, she did, and I made those stupid foam mallets. That was my homage to the Simpsons episode where they beat each other with mallets when they go to therapy. That's where I got the idea. So I took a 30-year-old joke, ran with that. And this was my friend Hannah, who graciously came in and let us tie her up for one scene, and then up you pop.
Hello.
Magically there. So. Already at this start, I do remember that your first part together with this, you just kept losing it.
No, it was like right at the beginning, and we had to get it all out at the beginning. It was very awkward because I'm not normally like this with my sister in my everyday life, so she was just cracking up all the time. Not everybody else cracks up when I look crazy, but my sister did.
Yeah, I mean, you love your sister, and here's you had to hate her, so and she had to think you were nuts, so maybe it was a little therapeutic for past instances, but who knows? It was The Uploaders. We don't know. But you have the greatest, fuck you looks of all time. Like, the eyebrows and just the disdain in your eyes.
I don't have a very blank face. Every face I have is something. You can freeze frame it, every second, and it's something different.
It's true. Each one of your faces is like an e-card that you could just put an emotionless meme to. So, but... They were coming up on you, whacking them with these sticks. I remember that was...
I'm sorry, miss.
We were a little cautious with that. I mean, the pole, the foam is foam, but the pole was really metal that I just wrapped duct tape around. So we had to be careful, but it worked.
No, my character is very violent in all of these episodes, but me in real life, I have a very hard time doing these. And so if I ever get too close, I'm always just like, I'm so sorry.
That's true, yes. Yeah. You're like, I think I might have grazed your shoulder.
And I get so freaked out. It doesn't look like it in these shows. It looks like I'm really enjoying that, but...
That's good.
Yeah.
That's acting, so it worked out. That
was pretty good,
That was a good one, yeah. I just remember telling Megan, I'm like, you disapprove of everything that she does. And I think she at one point said, that won't be hard. No, she's like, I can do this. No, I would totally buy Megan as a shrink.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She has such a comforting voice.
She's a very people person.
Yeah, yes, she is. Well, she does news, right? Or
she's in radio right
now.
Yeah.
Yes. So there you go. And now I'm going to turn my back on you because I trust you. There was some ridiculous line like that, and then you just whack her off the head, and which was a good hit. I remember that hit coming up, and boom!
Fucking idiots.
It was such a good hit. Hair flips work wonders. Mm-hmm. So.
Hair acting, yeah.
Oh, and the tables have turned.
Yeah.
You both had a significant amount of dialogue.
We drove down together and we ran lines together in the car on the way down.
I mean, I give you constant run-on sentences. And it was a Blair Witch moment. And but Megan, I was like, I remember when I sent you the script, I'm like, can she do this? Is this too much?
Oh, she's fine.
And she just went for it, and you guys were great. So
she's not as much of an actor as I am, but she has done some things in the past, so she had that background.
I remember this line too. You could not get through. There's like 7 takes of this line, and
because
you
it was
just kept,
so long.
Yeah, I mean, and even there, you kind of smile, like you just kept laughing at little points because it was such a stupid line. I don't remember it fully, but you found it.
Well, and I ad-libbed so much in all the episodes.
That's true. Yes, you did. You added a few bits, which is great. That's what I love, especially when I work with you. Is like.
This is a long monologue, Jason.
Oh yeah, you had a huge bit of time to fill there. So, but you did it.
What were you saying about me?
No, I love that, you always know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But then you will embellish, and I feel sometimes you make it even better.
Well, I understand your language,
Which is fuck, shit, cock, damn. So, but
well, and I don't get to say this these things in my everyday life because of children and work and coworkers and stuff. So I get to take it all out here.
That doll. I just thought that doll looked like you a little bit. So yeah,
oh,
it's like
creepy?
She touched me inappropriately here. Well, my daughter Sydney, that was her doll, and she didn't want it anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna use this because that fucking thing creeps me out.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I'm gonna undress this Disney. I loved how Megan always looked like she was in distress. I was like, you kind of fearing for your life in this moment, and. No, she kept asking me too. She's like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, you're like, I know what you want. I've got it. But your sister was actually acting like an actor.
I know, she's very sweet.
She's like, I want this to be good, and she liked the episode, right?
Yeah.
For what it was.
No, she did.
It's not something
We showed it to our family and everything. They loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's like everyone gather around the table. It's Christmas dinner. We're gonna watch the upload. So. Yeah, this was the beginning of the end for the show, so I think some of the things you're saying, I was setting up a lot of stuff that was going to happen down the road for getting rid of characters. I mean, if it were up to me, the show probably would have gone on way longer than it should have, but it was becoming increasingly more difficult to get all of you guys together, and I mean, and you live kind of out of the way, and we would have to plan months in advance, and so, but it worked out. I think that the joke of this show had run its course. And I mean, it was just more of the same. It's like, what horrible thing can I give you to do again?
Yeah, to just be famous on the internet is the joke line.
Right, and that kind of even became secondary.
Yeah.
Now it was just more like, okay, they're assholes. I'm going to make them do terrible things, like beat up on a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And But you all ran with it. You're like, hey, I got one more season in me. You're like, great. You gave me the time, and I think we finished strong.
Yeah.
And I just love listening to you yell. I think that's just what it boils down to. So. You got a part in a play, kind of almost playing.
I did.
Catherine.
Yeah, no, I did. Came into she was kind of a psychotic character, and I went in to the audition, and I thought, I'm just going to do this as Catherine. Like, I'm just going to view this character as Catherine, and kind of did it psychotic and crazy and loud and angry and tons of facial expressions, and I nailed it. I completely nailed it. And the director told me, he was like, I was one of the first ones to audition. And he was like, well, she's done. That character's done. We've got her. Yeah. And then he had a whole another 2 days of auditions left to do. So then he said he was just viewing all the other actors. He's like, if they can beat Jeanette, then that's who gets it. But I don't think anybody can beat her. And sure enough, that was it.
And you were great in that play.
That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was a nice little, very quaint basement theater from what I recall.
They closed that theater.
Did they?
Closed.
Oh,
yeah.
That sucks. Well, at least you got your hurrah there.
I got my hurrah, and in such a fun play.
It was a good play. I love that line. Thank you so much, self-psychology. Catherine really is a complete crazy ass person, but I mean,
I remember this tape. It was like we had done this so many times it lost its stickiness after a while.
Well, yeah, because we didn't want to hurt her face. So and I just thought it was funny. I found that tape at like Target and it had like lipstick stains. I'm like, well, that's weird.
Perfect.
That's perfect for the show. So, and then I remember I'm telling Megan, I'm like, the credits are gonna go here. So you just have to continue to be upset. She's like, okay. So, and but she was a sport.
No,
Because you're
she's
just
great.
right off camera. I think you were trying to make her break too, so, but it worked out.
She
No,
was
that
great.
That was a fun episode.
That was a lot of fun.
And
That
one of
was
our
a lot
most
of
viewed
fun.
episodes.
Yeah,
We just noticed.
I enjoyed this one a lot. This one was so much fun to do.
And please still subscribe to the page, even though we don't make them anymore. We still like
You
it.
never know what you'll find.
That's right. November. I'm old.